What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Water2Wine Kenya podcast. We're so glad that you decided to tune in with us for another episode. I don't know which number this is, but we're going to take it while it is. How's everybody doing today?
Great. I'm excited to be here tonight.
Chris?
It's an Aquarius season, so you already know I'm happy.
I know I can see because your shirt tells it all. Everybody's in
Hater.
red. Everybody's in red.
Hater.
But you came in and just wanted to stand out.
You know we don't care.
Nah,
Aquarius, that's how we do.
I like the shirt, though. I'm not going to lie. I like it. It stands out.
I like it, too.
That's good. That's good. That's what's up. Listen, everyone, we have back in the studio with us none other than Miss Shelby. I can't wait for the portion entitled, what? Come sit on my couch. We got a great section for that one. While we at, hey, Shawty, how was your day today?
It was great. Was looking forward to recording the podcast, doing our therapy session today. Make sure y'all check out our other episode that includes Shelby too. I forgot exactly what it's called, but we're going to link it inside the description.
Hey, we got with that. Chris, how was your day today?
It was a very trying day, to say the least. But we made it through, so we still pushing forward. So I'm happy with everything that's going down. So I'm good.
I agree with you. I said today was like mentally draining. Like I was at work today, I was like, you know what? If I wasn't scared about getting a write-up, I would just win it a loud now. Like it was one of those mentally draining days. Like every call I took just got on my nerves. So I understand. Shelby.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the podcast. How has your 2026 been so far since the last time we hung out?
It's been great.
Okay.
I absolutely have no complaints. I'm grateful. I'm motivated. I'm excited to see what 2026 has to offer.
Okay, I'm excited to see what 2026 has to offer too. Well, as you know, we're gonna go jump right into what we're gonna do. Let's say what we pouring to real quick. So, hey, Chris, tell us about these wines we got today.
Oh, I got another mystery wine for y'all. Mystery.
Well, okay, but
Guess
the last
that
one,
flavor.
But the last one you got it in a clear glass. This one you actually got it. So is this the?
So I gave y'all a little bit of a hint this time around.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the hint, so this is a gold label.
That's the strong one.
And that's the red label.
If I'm not mistaken, the red is it 2 fruits?
No, red is one.
Or 1 fruit?
Red is 1 fruit.
Okay, 1 fruit. But this one is the strong one.
They're both strong.
But this one is the strongest one.
This is the stronger of the two.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Amen. Well, so what's that one over there?
So they're both sweets. They're both sweets.
Okay.
They're both sweets.
Hey.
So this is the mystery wine, both sweets. So Shawnee, you go ahead and start pouring. So
Yes.
Are these are like this different type of wines?
no, there's the same wine.
So it's the same ones.
Same one, same. Just let it.
You gotta shake it.
No, you don't gotta shake it. Just let it go.
Shake, shake it all the time. All right, so we're gonna jump right into that next section, which is what you pouring to. So let's see what we got going on. Let's see, Shelby.
Yes, sir.
On this good old Thursday night.
Yes.
Tell me what you pouring to on today.
Today I want to pour into health. More so physical health, definitely mental health, but more so physical health because it's the beginning of the year. It's when most people tend to be more motivated. More people are in the gym, but I think it's just a real good jump start into the year to really focus on health. Make sure, you're checking in with doctors, your eye appointments, dentists, all of those things so that you finish the year strong.
Okay.
Noted. Let me set me an appointment for my doctor for physical health.
So Shawnee, what you pouring to?
Just so many great things. But just 2026 being such a great year so far. Like 2026 is treating me well. So excited about so much more to come. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm pouring to. And of course, I'm also pouring to a great episode with you guys tonight.
Okay. All right, we appreciate Shawnee.
Yes.
Shelby, don't be hogging the wine over there. You gotta bring it down over here. Man.
Oh yeah, we got different flavors.
Sorry.
I guess I'm drinking water today.
Sorry. So Kyle, what you pouring to?
Booked and busy. I'm pouring to a great 2026. I actually became a part of an organization and started working as a creative director for it. This organization it's new, so they've been around, but now they're adding like structure to it. So they're allowing me to set up their infrastructure of it, and it being nonprofit, and then also being with church and stuff. I know that's my background in it. It's easy for me to go ahead and put the different entities in place. One of the things that I got excited about when I was sharing with them was my vision, which is, okay, how I'm gonna do the infrastructure of this is think of it as a corporate America type of structure. You got your customer service base, you got your directors, you got your operations department. That's how we're going to work this. And one thing that I told them that they kind of like took notes. I told them, I said, listen, I said, people don't care about numbers, they care about systems. If the system works, you will get people attention. That's what it's about. And they were trying to, of course, you know, just like people, they want to test your gangster. Let me see if it's true. So I said, cool. We did a 21-day fast going on. But of course, behind the scenes, I'm marking the numbers, saying, okay, I need y'all to push this, push that, da da da. The good thing that I liked about the 21-day fast that we did is that we had 70 people join us on the 21-day fast. We did an interactive guide. We was on Facebook and YouTube for 21 days in the morning, going over the interactive guide with the people. And when we saw the numbers at the end of how many people joined not only joined the fast, but also connected with our organization, it blew everybody's mind, because we was like, wait, what? Like 70 people? And they were like, we haven't had this much traffic or seen this much traffic in a minute. And I was like, yeah, because systems work. When you put a system together and you're excited and you trust and you believe in what you have out there, then it's easier for other people to fall in line. If you don't believe what you're doing, everybody else gonna believe it. And so I'm celebrating to a great start off to 2026 with being able to actually, you know, put systems in place and watch it manifest, watch it work. So that's my
Cheers
point.
to that.
That's my point. Corporate America or corporate Kenya.
Corporate Kenya. All right, corporate Kenya. All right.
Chris,
What about you, Chris?
tell us, Mr. Shirt, what are you pointing to today, Sam?
Well, first, I don't know why y'all being so bougie with it. So all you gotta do is just go all the way up like that.
Okay.
See, I call that the Nairobi River.
I like that.
I try to do it again.
My pour wasn't that
Do it
fancy.
again.
Yeah.
Right.
One more time.
I don't think my arm is
You see how
that
it
stage.
splashes out? It's like ain't nothing coming out, no splashing, nothing.
Nothing.
Try it again.
Look, you trying to get drunk.
Oh, I
And
like
just-
how it like
And then
bubbles
just look
up.
how clear the wine is.
It
This wine is so
is.
clear.
I want them to try it again. All
So
right,
it's also aerating your wine so it's opening it up.
this one got a different smell from what the smell was
Yeah,
last time.
yeah, it's different smell, different
Different
altogether.
fruit.
Yeah,
It's a different fruit.
it's different.
Okay, tell us about
It's
this.
different. So, hold on.
After you tell
so
us what
I
we're pouring
I
to,
gotta tell you what I'm pouring to. So
Oh,
I
I
gotta
thought
tell
you
you what
told
I'm
and then
pouring
we're gonna
to.
play guess the
It was
wine.
because you done made the pour look so fancy. I thought you was pouring to the fact you was pouring to the fact you look good. You was pouring to the fact you pour. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry. What are you pouring to?
So I'm pouring to continued success for the winery. So we got another license this past week. We got some more folks that's certified. So we're getting very, very close. So we're still on track for our launch. So we got two other events that are coming down the line in March, and we're gonna have a special guest next week. So
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. So
Oh,
y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned.
Do I know the guest?
I don't think you know.
I did share.
Huh?
You probably don't remember, but we had that conversation on Sunday.
Yeah, you got mad at me.
Oh, y'all know Sunday. I'm still trying to piece together Sunday. I woke up to a text message. I was like, you was like, you said, I said I was going to go home and then text you like, I got home. And he was like, hey, I'm checking on you. I'm on my way up there. I said, oh, I'm good. My bad. I'm in the house right now. Like, speaking of Sunday was your birthday. How does it feel
Happy
being
birthday.
a year
Happy birthday.
older?
So a year older, I still feel the same way that I did last week. So when you start getting into like my age or whatnot, you usually don't start feeling it till like the second half, like the 6 months after. Then you're like, oh, that hurts when I get out the bed.
Oh, okay. So you must be in your 30s because I do that now. I be getting them talking about, oh my God, like what's stuff is cracking that I ain't never cracked before. Is
Especially
that
when the
new?
weather changes.
Yeah, what they be saying, I think it's true. They start talking about your bones be hurting. You can tell it's cold out. It's gonna be cold out. My bones hurt. Yeah, I start saying stuff like that too. All right, well, let's talk about the wine. I'm ready to drink.
I thought you already started drinking.
No,
I did. I
ready.
definitely. I ain't got that much
Oh,
left in here, but
well,
I've been
I'm ready.
sipping.
mhm.
So let me ask y'all this. So what do y'all think on a scale of 1 to 10? So 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What would you rate this one? And this one is on our menu. Y'all just haven't had this one before.
I like this one. This one tastes like it would be good with like pear, like not pear. You know, I like to mix drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll mix in some Sprite. Put some
That would
Sprite
be
in it.
good. For me, I would rate it a 10 because I am a sweet person. Like I really love sweet wine. And the clarity on this reminds me kind of like of a Moscato.
Yeah.
Of a Moscato. This is very smooth. I like the burst of a flavor that I feel in the back, like when I finish it after I taste it. So definitely a 10. This would be one of my, definitely top 3 for me.
Okay.
Where
okay.
I would have to implement
You almost
this.
got a new favorite now.
Yeah, definitely. Because I like prior to being introduced to your wine, my favorite always was a Moscato.
Mm-hmm.
So this reminds me of a version of a Moscato.
Okay. Miss Shelby, what you think? And be honest.
Being honest, okay. I have to agree with Shawnee. It's a 10 out of 10 and kind of the same like with the Moscato. I do like the more sweet wines. I don't really like the bitter ones. This for me, I would pair with like a nice charcuterie board.
Okay.
You know,
Good cheese.
yes, some salami or some prosciutto and some olives. You know, things that are robust in flavor, and then you pair it with the sweet. Ooh, that would be really good.
I like
You want
that.
to go to Miles and get some olives right now.
I know, right? Bring them,
Olives
bring them.
right now.
Yes.
Where was they at? Why we
I
don't
was
have a
about to
charcuterie
say,
board?
like-
Right? I would have brought one. I make a charcuterie
No, I told
board.
you your presence was
I was
just.
gonna
I would
say-
make us some charcuterie boards
Probably
with our
could.
wine.
To me, I would probably pair with like, I don't know if this would make, because I'm not like a wine connoisseur. Oh, not this. I would probably put it with like salmon, like some type of fish in my mouth. I don't know. But for me, I will pair with like salmon or some type of fish. Fish with broccoli, some stuff like that, like a healthy dish or something. That's what this give me like healthy bougie.
Yes.
I like it.
So-
What's your rating? What's your number?
My
Scale of 1
number
to 10.
for it, I would give it a 9.
A 9.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give
We'll take a 9.
Give it a 9.
So do y'all know what y'all drinking?
The
No.
fruit, like this fruit rise.
Now we gotta guess the fruit.
I'm
Let's
not
see.
good at that.
Now keep in mind we got a little bit of everything. So we got fruits and vegetables. So it could be a vegetable.
Oh, okay.
Green beans.
Nope.
I just want to put it out. I just want to put it out. Hold on.
Now, as y'all guessing, right? So, fun fact. So this is my family's recipe. So this is where it all started, y'all. So the wine that y'all drinking, this is where it all started.
There's history.
This is history behind this wine.
Is this a? Well, hold on. So,
Is it a pear?
No.
is it a fruit? It's a fruit or a vegetable?
Yeah, because you said it's.
It says,
Oh,
or we don't know.
You can't tell me if it's a fruit or a vegetable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with. Is it a cucumber?
Nope.
It's
Well,
definitely
it give me.
something that's
Hold on. Is it like is it pineapple?
Nope.
Dang.
cherries.
Nope.
No?
Apple.
Nope.
I'm trying to guess some fruits that will make this clear. Because it's so clear. Well, I kind of
Yeah,
drunk a lot of
orange.
mine. I
Nope.
can see my nails now.
Because for me,
While we are guessing, can I have the bottle back so I can
You want the
continue
bottle
to?
back?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I need to.
Now here.
I need to
as
pour
y'all-
another glass.
Now, as y'all
Thank
guessing,
you.
Yes.
y'all are drinking 20%.
Oh, do I got
Yes.
it?
Look at that.
Oh, and I
See,
got to
not
try.
Roby
I got
River.
it.
That's 20% y'all drinking.
Definitely need a charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm.
Now you won't get any hangovers and all that other stuff because everything that we have is all natural.
And I'm trying to
Yes.
smell it too, like.
Because
Because you can always get the aroma smell from his wines. Like you can kind of guess the flavor a little bit.
Could it be because I'm not the thing I smell here is pineapples, and I know I'm not really a fan of pineapples, and that's one of the things that stitches out like, and I'm like, okay. So it's
Definitely not pineapple.
I think I got my
Would
swirl
it be a?
going, y'all.
Okay,
Look at this.
Go.
You having too much
I got
fun.
my swirl.
But I feel like
I've been
it's
practicing
an
behind the
exotic fruit.
camera, y'all.
It's not an exotic fruit.
It's okay. It's a fruit that I can go pick up at
Kiwi?
at Kroger's or something.
It's something that you can pick up right now.
Apple, no, that's
She
easy.
said apple, kiwi, no.
She said pear. Did you say pears?
I did
You
say
said
pears.
Banana.
It's
Nope.
It's sour fruit.
Nope, not that either.
Okay, give us another hint.
Okay, please.
One more.
One more.
Mm-hmm.
I like to buy a vowel.
So this particular plant
Mm-hmm.
So it's a vegetable.
is yellow.
Squash.
Squash?
Nope.
I don't know why I said squash. Is squash
She
a
said
plant?
the plant is yellow.
It's yellow.
Yellow. Hey Siri, what's a yellow plant?
He'll never ask what Siri is.
It's not corn, I know, right?
It is corn.
It is?
It's corn.
It's corn?
That's
Wait,
corn.
what you? Are
This
you
is
playing,
corn wine.
bro?
Is
Wait,
it?
That's corn.
you made some wine out of corn.
Yes.
Ah.
So
I need to do this.
This is my family's recipe and legacy.
Wow.
So it started with my great granddad and great granddad or great grandmother. So we know that great grandma made wine. Okay. So end up teaching my great granddad because my great grandfather he knew how to make spirits. So everybody knew that Papa, that's what we called him, Papa made spirits. So, and we know that great grandmother made wine.
Now, when you say, because I'm a history person, I love history. When you say great grandmother, put me in like the mindset of like the time frame, because back in the day, you had those what they call them bootleggers, the ones that made the liquor or whatever. Mm-hmm. So are you trying to say that back in the day, the greats, they was the bootleggers like that day?
They were bootleggers.
I was and they was stepping on the corn.
I don't know about that.
That's just a play off of because when they make grapes,
when
you hear people stepping on
when
grape
you
wines.
hear about that, like when you talk about history about bootleggers and stuff and that, and you actually sit down and learn the history of where your certain recipes come from. Like, what does that make you think on the inside when you think about that? Like,
that's just how we had to survive.
I was thinking about. I'm thinking about the episode of Life where they,
I think about it too. I think about it too.
That's amazing. I think that for your family to have this type of legacy is amazing because it's tied to history.
Yes.
When you talk about the flavors of the generations have passed down, for somebody who may be somebody's interested in history or like Black history, stuff like that,
Yes.
and you hear about these terminologies, and to sit next to you and hear you talk about, oh yeah, my great, I'm like, wait a minute, because my history, they called that back in the day, So I think that your family cool. Y'all adopting.
And one of the things too that I really like about it too, is just like the evolution of the wine, right? Because Chris took the initial, what was started, changed the little things about it, and he's the first one to create the business, right? Make it a winery, stood this wine business up in Kenya, and it's going to be global, and there's going to be so many other wineries too. So this is just one of many that's to come, and you can see just the evolution, right? The why behind the jars, why he chose the mason jar, why he doesn't do grapes, right? Like different with everybody. Right, everybody doing great.
Like,
so I just think it's really amazing too, just like the legacy part that's tied into it, because you're building something. They already left their footprint. You're leaving yours, and then you're going to continue that too. And you're now standing up. You got a wine bar in Kenya, in Nairobi.
We do have a wine.
Yeah, so and we're going to visit there in March. So I'm super excited to see it live in action.
So wait a minute. So a little bit about that. So Kyle, I know you kind of mad at me. So finish up the rest of that because I got another one that's chasing right behind.
Okay.
So Kyle, look, hey y'all,
Right.
look, Kyle's mad at me because I'm making that transition to Nairobi, and it's happened very, very soon. So y'all pray for Kyle.
All right, so
wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. So I pray for him, but we gonna stand up everything. We gonna get moving. But I do want to drop this on you, Kyle. So when I'm there next month, you'll still be able to see me.
Okay.
We're gonna do a split screen.
Oh, goddamn.
We gonna do a split screen. So watch this. Watch this gonna work because we're gonna do the split screen. Y'all have to start a little bit later, right? Because it's gonna be early. In
9 hour time difference.
It's a 9 hour time difference.
Later. What time we talking?
We're gonna talk about that
We'll talk
off
about
screen.
After he has more wine.
In the middle of
After,
the morning.
yeah.
In the middle of the morning. Getting drunk at 3 in the morning, time like, hey, welcome to. He up about to go out and start his day, and we about to go back. Okay, all right. Well,
Chasing the sun.
that's fine because I got a passport, so I'll be in Nairobi.
Period.
Come on.
I got a passport.
Y'all get me on the next trip.
Yes,
I forgot.
yes.
I wanted to pour. I wanted to say. Okay, all right. I wanted to say something. Another thing that I was pouring to too. All right, I'm in.
All right, look, y'all got it down there.
While we're finishing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
How you doing?
another.
Okay, let me go.
Okay, I don't know if I could take it to the head like that.
That was good.
You got to.
Now, okay.
That's
So
okay.
the second pour.
Because I had more.
The second.
Ooh.
Sorry. I mean, I don't care. I just like the way it's. I don't like the way it came. It's the way the string.
Wait a minute.
No, it's the way the string. Cause I like when he pour it and he pull it up. I can be like, it's like that's
Sensual.
that's sexy pose. That's a sexy pour right there.
Look,
You gotta go.
hey, wait a minute. So y'all have to look at, so you have to go back a little bit into one of the shorts. So remember the first time we did it, was it 2 weeks ago?
Wait, what I was like,
Oh, yeah.
So y'all look, when y'all get a chance, go back into some of our shorts and you'll see the first time
I
we
think
did it.
it's something about when y'all pour. It just.
That's that. What you call
I
it?
can
The
go talk-
Nairobi
I can
pour?
go- I'm about to talk to Shelby
Nairobi
real quick and
River.
figure out why.
The
Why
Nairobi
you pouring
River.
wine turn me on? Why make me feel like, oh my God, that's so cute just the way it pour out. Like
Everybody has their thing.
It made me think about like having like a good evening with your significant other type pour. You just sit there, pour it again.
Pour that
Let me
wine on me,
drink
baby.
it. Okay, so my second pour. I'm gonna do my second pour because I'm very proud of this, y'all. Yeah, okay.
Kind of looks like
So
a
I've been driving with no license
Oh my
for 20 years.
You sure you're supposed to be telling that?
Oh, I can now.
Oh, you can now because you didn't get
Because
caught.
no,
you ain't-
right. But as of now, I am glad to report that I am a Texas driver's license holder.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. So when I tell you I'm so excited, I can pour next to the police and turn my music up.
You gotta do one of these.
Hey, what's up? I be gonna tell her, hey, what's up? Put your window down. You good? You having a good time? Let's go get some donuts. Like, yeah. So that's one of my other pours I'm happy about because like driving around and I thank God that He's been covering me over those 20 years. Because even in those 20 years, I'll be honest, I got pulled over. I'm not gonna say I did it. And I thank God that the officers that pulled me over, they were very lenient and didn't, take me in or whatever. I got pulled over a couple times with warrants, and they were still like, "Hey, you got a warrant here. Go. You may want to get this checked out. The next person may not be so lenient."
That's favor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and I never forget last year, before I got in 2026, I literally heard the Lord say, like, He was like, "Man, my grace is running out. So figure out what you want to do." And it wasn't until after I heard that, I think a week later, I had got pulled over in my car. At the time, I didn't have my registrations. I didn't have no license. And so when the guy pulled me over, like he had on top of that, he said he smelled the odor coming from the car. So that gave him probable cause to pull me out the car. He handcuffed me, put me in the back, but he let me go.
Wow.
When he did that, that's why I said, you know what, God,
Yeah.
let me go see what I gotta do to get my license because it's getting too close to home. Like I got pulled over and it was like, hey, ticket, let's go. Never got pulled out the car. Never had to have my car searched. I mean, they put me in handcuffs. I'm in the back of the truck. Yo, like I'm literally in the back of this police car. Like he literally could take me in, car gone, everything. And so when he let me go, I heed to it and said, let me go do what I gotta do. And I'm glad to say, like, I am a Texas driver's license holder. I'm mad they took my ID because my ID picture was real cute. But yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. She said, well, baby, you either want this identification card or you want this driver. I said, picture, let's go.
Say cheese.
I was smiling from ear to ear. I think we took about 3 takes and pictures at the DPS office because she said, "Yeah,
nice.
try this one." I said, "No, I don't like it."
Oh,
She said, "Well, try this
nice.
one."
You over there
She was.
posing
I
for
was.
the
I was.
Like it's IG.
Because the lady, she was like, she said, she turned the camera around. The screen around. Said, "Okay, I'm gonna let you see your picture. Here go one.
Oh.
Which one you want?" I said, I want that one. She was like, okay, cool. I like this one. But so I was like, thank you. Because I told her, I said, thank you. I said, because you could just went with the first shot and said, your license be in the
Next.
mail. Yeah.
They don't be caring.
Yeah, the fact that you
had a nice person.
Said, so I feel like that moment,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in that moment, that was my moment to celebrate for myself. I didn't need nobody else to really celebrate with me because I celebrated myself at that moment. Because I did, to be honest with you, the way my license got suspended back in my 20s, it wasn't my fault. And it was gonna cost me a lot to get it handled, and for it to not even cost what at that time it was gonna be. Everything was not. I was just like, you know what, Lord, thank you. Like,
Amen.
So when I tell you I'm like my 2026 started off good, when I tell you I'm just expecting nothing but great things because you know we're gonna be in Nairobi and stuff.
All the way
Because I got a
up.
license and a passport.
You have a passport before you have the license.
Yes.
But at least I could drive. That's all I can say. At least I mean, even though I had keys, I'm just saying now I could legally drive.
I don't know. Driving internationally is different.
Yeah, they drive on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
Is it confusing?
I don't know. I'm not driving. I'm gonna get me a driver.
Yeah.
Is it confusing driving on the side of the road? Have you drove out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so is the driver's seat on the passenger side?
Yes.
And so you drove on the passenger side. How difficult? Does it
That
feel
seems-
weird?
It take a little bit of getting used to.
Did you almost like?
No, I didn't almost crash. I've drove on the other side of the road before.
Where at? In America? So you drive on the other side of the road in America? Oh, okay.
He has a license.
It's international.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
no, I've drove in other places in the
Okay.
world.
So what is it like? What's one of the hardest parts about driving internationally that you give somebody who's new to driving?
If you're driving on the opposite side of the road, it's the hardest part is making sure that you're on their right side of the road. Because you just
turn it into
Yep. So you're always like you've been conditioned to drive, here in the States. So you want to drive on the left side of the road, and there's been a many times where people get mad at me because I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. So yeah.
So in other words, driving international is like driving downtown.
Kind of. So the biggest tip that I can give for driving international. So if you live in the States and you're going international, and they drive on the other side of the road, the biggest thing that I can recommend is driving traffic, because it's going to force you to follow the car.
Okay.
Okay. If you're driving by yourself, that's the most dangerous, because you're like, oh, I'm going to drive.
Confused,
Nope. And then you're driving by yourself, and you're like, damn, am I on the right side of the road or am I on the wrong side of the road?
I'm glad that my brother gonna be in Nairobi to drive me around when I go later.
Oh no, we ain't doing that. We gonna do Uber and Bolt.
Uber and who?
And Bolt.
Like on a boat?
No, Bolt. B-O-L-T. Bolt.
What's that?
It's like their
Sound like another Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Ubers and
Like
and
Uber
boats?
and Lyft.
Yeah.
Uber Bolt.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
just
don't
promise
know if this is
me.
over there.
Just promise me when I come to Nairobi, you gonna pick me up in a black truck.
I can't promise all that.
Why?
You gotta remember, Kyle, it's different over there. So they don't have trucks and all that like in the traditional sense.
So, well, dude, give me
You
a
got-
sprinter.
And you gotta no. They definitely
Like you mean tell me you can't pick me up and it's
in
like
the Uber Black.
like let me know like
You want to be picked up in an electric car.
I want the
You'll get the luxury.
key to me. I want to get picked up and be like, who is that?
Bro.
You'll get your luxury
Bro.
version of the cars
Bro.
that's over there in
A
Kenya.
gallon of gas is like $6-7 a gallon.
Whoa.
I scooter.
We not
But-
that
but-
high over there.
I scooter.
So the other thing though is they don't have a lot of gas guzzling cars over there, so everything's very
Is it
fuel
fan-
efficient.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. So but look,
Is it gonna be
we
electric
talk,
car?
look, that's a whole nother subject for another
We definitely
day.
went into a
But
whole nother.
wine.
There you go.
yeah,
Bring us
okay.
back together.
Wine.
taste it.
Bring it.
Let's
Look,
do the
gotta
wine.
reel y'all back in. Gotta
That's
reel y'all
good.
back in.
Look how clear this
This
one is.
This one is a little darker than the last one.
It
so I
is
feel
a
like
little
this one's gonna
darker.
be
But it's
heavy.
still so
Almost like
clear.
So this is a gold label.
Oh, this man got alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
What I supposed to drink right now?
We supposed to be guessing the flavor
What you supposed to
too.
drink?
This one I taste cream.
I taste
It almost-
caramel.
It almost give me like a cream soda type.
I taste honey. You got honey in here?
No honey.
No honey.
No caramel.
No caramel.
Hmm.
So this one's gonna be, I'm gonna call this cream corn if we go forward with it.
I think you should.
So, this the corn too,
This is corn too.
but it with cream.
It's not cream in it.
It don't have no cream in
It
it.
doesn't have no cream.
So what's giving it the cream flavor?
If I tell you, then you're gonna be like, damn, now I taste it. You gotta guess it. Yeah, still gotta guess.
It's not
Still gotta
caramel,
guess.
It's a
not
fruit
honey,
or
It's
what
not
is it?
honey.
No, it's not a fruit.
It's like a flavor that's added. Because if
Like
I
a-
say
like-
honey,
Yeah, you
no
know
to
that's all.
caramel. And you know how he has a strawberry chocolate, which is infused with
Oh, okay.
chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
So then it
Well,
has to be
is it
another
vanilla?
undertone.
It is vanilla.
Oh.
That's the cream. That's what mostly
In your
cream
coffee.
sodas be.
Yeah.
It'd be vanilla. in it.
Oh,
'Cause
I do love a good cream soda.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I said this tastes like a cream, like almost like
Mm-hmm.
A&W, the cream soda.
And this I think would be good, like if you're smoking a cigar, if you do that type of thing, you know, a nice cigar, sip slow.
Yeah, cigars.
Cigar.
So cigars
Cigars.
will work too. Cigars will work
It's real
too.
good with cigars. Cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Cigars.
We are not
Cigarillos.
endorsing anything else that is illegal.
We are
I said cigar.
I didn't look at you.
Just
I'm just
disclaimer.
saying. This tastes really,
This
really
is
good with
good.
all types of cigars.
It's almost like a sweet cognac
Mm.
type
Yeah.
flavor.
Yes. Yes.
I like, and
That's
is this
spot on.
20% too alcohol?
That's 22.
Yeah. So that's the gold. You know, that's
It's
the
the
highest.
gold.
So this was a little bit of a rogue batch. So this one got down to 20 all by itself, and then we fortified it. There you go.
Oh, Nairobi
There you
pour.
go.
Okay.
I love the bubbles. So funny.
Oh my god.
Just in case y'all didn't know.
So that one, like I said, this one right at about 22, right? So
Yes.
this one's a little bit of a rogue batch because this one just went off the chart. So remember in the text when I did this about a month ago and I said, oh, this is off the charts.
Is that when you sent us the?
That was about this.
Yeah.
Oh, this what you was making?
Yeah.
This what you was making. So you in the back in a chemist lab
I was
mixing
in the
stuff
lab.
together.
I was in the lab. So
Okay, Doctor.
I wanted to see what this will be infused with because this is officially not on the menu, but I wanted to experiment with it for tonight. So
You gonna have to do a video.
We got
going
another-
going through the winemaker, like when you did what you did when you sent that video, like sent the picture through. You got to like at least do a video one day and just,
I ain't doing that.
you know.
No, sir. Sir, we have a patent that's pending.
Well, I'm talking about not now. I'm talking about once we get established and stuff. I'm talking about the video I can see you doing is going behind the scenes telling people how you put the tasting and stuff together.
I might put the tastings, but I might put a little bit together for you.
I mean, no, I'm not telling you. Don't give
You
up
trying
the whole.
to get us
No,
broke,
I'm
man.
not trying.
You
Who trying to get us broke?
You trying to get us
I've
broke?
been broke before. I need the money. I'm not trying to get us broke. I want us paid. That's what I'm trying to get. All right. So listen, we talked about what we pouring to. Let's go ahead and listen, y'all. We want to go ahead and get into this next clip that we want you to look into. We did bring in our own therapist. I think that she's just our own therapist. It's somebody that we confide in. Miss Shelby with us. I want you guys to look at this clip real quick, and we're gonna have a conversation about it. All right, check this out.
Pushing someone to their breaking point and then shaming them for breaking is emotional abuse, not an accident. It is a tactic. They provoke you, hurt you, and push you until you react. Then they flip the blame and play the victim. That is manipulation, not misunderstanding. Pushing someone to their breaking point.
All right, now what y'all think?
All right, so let me ask this: show of hands. How many people have been manipulated by someone that they cared for? Show of hands. How many times have that person that has manipulated you played the victim? Raise your hand. I bet you y'all raising your hands out there too. So let's talk about it. How many times have you thought that you're doing the right thing and somebody literally, just like the video said, flip the script on you and make you feel like you're that small? And Shelby, if I'm lying, I'm dying. That type of shit will make you go to therapy because you will really think that something is really wrong with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm not gonna go into a lot of it, but I had to realize that it took somebody else that was an independent person to tell me, like, no, you are a good person. You are a good father. You are a good this. You are a good that. And like I said, I'm not going into a lot of the details. But when you have felt that way and you have somebody that's pouring into you that you don't even know is a stranger, that makes me, and this is the whole term of you stand on business.
That's right.
Right? When you hear somebody else telling you that, you're like, you know what? I don't have anything. I don't want to hear anything that you got to say, anything that you got to do. I'm done. Because a complete stranger, and I don't know if you do this, Shelby, with some of your clients, but a complete stranger pouring into you, and it was like, yeah, like yes, you definitely have skin in the game. Yeah, you did some effed up stuff, but this what was that? This shit right here, nigga? This shit right here. Yeah, no, it's out of bounds. So, I kind of want to pitch it to you. Like, have you had to have those conversations to where a person has been misled and had the script flipped on them, and you had to say, like, no, you're not completely, you're not crazy.
Absolutely. Even myself personally, I've experienced that, and actually wasn't too long ago. But again, I mainly work with the population that are victims of either domestic or intimate partner violence. And a lot of times we have to really hone in on the fact that it is emotional abuse. A lot of people don't recognize that and understand it because it's very clandestine. You'll know when someone hits you, right? You'll feel that pain. That's a physical pain, but that emotional pain, I feels like it grows in darkness. And so absolutely, I've experienced that. I have clients that have experienced that. And for me, I don't necessarily tell them that they're being manipulated or this is what they're experiencing. I just kind of help get them to the level where they understand it so that they can be the agents of change for themselves.
Yeah, so let me throw it this way. So this particular event, the person didn't say that I was being manipulated, but from your professional opinion, when the therapist gets upset in terms of what you're going through, so have you ever had that happen before?
Absolutely, quite often.
Like when you say get upset, what you're going to do, like after you voicing your feelings, they're mad for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your therapist cares about you, right? Like we're very compassionate people, and if we recognize that you are a good person, you're obviously in therapy to become a better version of you, and if we recognize that someone is manipulating you or hurting you in any kind of way, we do absolutely get triggered, right? It's called transformation. We get triggered and we want to protect you. We know that that's not necessarily our job, but we just give you the tools. But we do want to protect you.
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
So hold on. I'll let you go. I'll let you go in just a minute. When that happened to me, y'all, like I really thought that I was being gaslit. I'm like, why is this?
That's a real thing.
Like, why is this person getting upset over the trauma that I'm going through? And it wasn't until this person, this person didn't say wake up, but it was kind of one of those, this person kind of was like, wake up. He's like, don't you think that's messed up? And that was the trigger point. I'm like, yeah, it is messed up. And that was my aha moment. Because like I said, I know that there were some things that I've done wrong, in the past. But the level of manipulation and the level of trauma that I had sustained over the years, yeah. Right. So I'm in the season of protecting my peace.
It's a good place.
Call it what you will in terms of not wanting to engage in all this, that, and the third. But I've gotten to the point to where arguing doesn't really benefit anybody. because you get to a point to where you see the world one way, the other person sees the world the other way, and you're like, let's just agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
And I choose not to even argue with certain individuals anymore.
That's you taking your power back.
What you
Stand
got
on
to say,
business.
Kyle?
Well, I've been drinking, so I know I'm ready to talk now.
How's that change from the other?
Because no. Because we don't jump into a serious matter,
Okay.
and you asked all the questions and triggered me. Yeah, it did. Because one of the things that you said, when you said how many of us been, gaslighting and told one thing and it been another. One of the things that happened to me that really messed me up was I had joined with an individual, and we were supposed to start our own little organization together. And when we joined and did it, we were doing everything was good. We started getting people to come a part of it, and one of the people that got a part of it, they got mad. They got mad in the interim of it because now when we had someone who handled communication that went out, reached out to them. They got mad because me as being one of the leaders of it, I did not personally reach out to them. And in my mind, I'm like, well, we have somebody in place that does that. Unless you needed something from me personally, like you're not gonna contact me personally, but on just a weekly. No, I'm not gonna just text you like that. Like, I'm not gonna do that. And the person who I had started an organization with, they were like, yeah, it's like you and that person got a underlying issue. Y'all need to do something, da da da. And I'm like, okay, well, because you met with them and you have a relationship with them, I said, okay, look, I said, set a meeting up with them, and we all can get in the meeting and we can go ahead and talk about what it is because I don't have an issue with it. Person like, no, I'm not gonna set a meeting up. I'll just wait that out. It started building. To where now, in my mind, I'm only saying in my mind because I didn't talk to other persons and other parties about it. In my mind, I felt like the other person the person I linked up with to do the organization, they took it as a good deal to be like, okay, if I get more people on my side, when I go, for the lack of better words, dethrone Kyle or whatever, when I do something, it all gonna come out, it'll be all on me. So, long story short, it's like escalating for months where now the tensions, you can feel it, but it's me, I'm like, I really don't have no issue with you. I'm the type of person where if we're not friends like that, we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? If, like, for instance, if I'm your doctor, I'm your doctor. You're not gonna call me and ask me about a drink. You're not gonna call me, no, I'm your doctor, unless you got something that's related to me doctor-wise. What's the point if we don't have that type of relationship?
Which are good boundaries.
Yes.
Actually.
And so I feel like the person I started organization with, they knew that, but instead of them understanding, say, oh no, Kyle got boundaries, like, they took it as if it was ammunition to be like, oh, y'all got an issue, y'all need to figure it out, Well, because, now you got so much entanglement in this situation, I think I'll be the best person to be the leader of this organization because, and I'm like, wait, huh? How do we get there when in actuality, there was a system in place? Unless you had to call me or unless I need to talk to you, you already handle this every week. I didn't have to handle this. So now that you done got with this person, they done probably voices some concerns. And instead of you being on a team with saying, okay, well, let's take this and dog it out, you linked up with them and I ended up getting booted out of the organization that me and you were supposed to start it, but because they had a good hand in bringing other people or whatever the case may be, you let them talk you into it. And now you want to sit right there and say that I'm wrong for feeling how I feel. When in interim, it was like, no, you're wrong because you didn't have my back when we first stood up and said, this is what we're doing. How did you allow this to go? So don't get mad at me because I feel the way I feel about your portion of it. I'm not judging you about that person or I'm judging you off of how you handle the situation. And for you to come back to me and make me feel out of line because I said I had an issue with how you handle something when in the interim, you already knew that I came in, it's like, no, you know my back, you know how I am. If y'all my friends, and I think y'all been with me long enough to know that I have a set boundaries. If you my friend, you my friend. We got if you're just a client or an associate, that's what you are. And me and that person, like you knew you were on this side of the fence. You know how I operate, you know how I get down. You know this. So when this situation arises, I feel like instead of you knowing our stuff, you took this opportunity to seize everything and say it's and now that I feel some kind of way, you want to hold me hostage and say I'm wrong for feeling some kind of way. I apologize. But yeah, when we talked about it.
Why did you apologize?
No, I'm apologizing because the nature of it, because when he asked the questions, that's when the trigger happened. And I said, dang, this do trigger me right here.
We can tell.
It do. No, because I've never talked about it.
Yeah.
I've never talked about it.
Still bothers you.
It still do. Yeah. So when he asked the questions about how many have been through this, how many have done this, that instance came to mind. And I said, dang, that's something that's fresh. I got you. Let me talk about it because it bothers me. Because before we got to this point of having an organization, we were friends. We were friends. We were friends first.
Were you?
Well,
Shelby, send him the bill, not me.
I don't know.
This is on the house. I'm paid in wine.
All right.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't worry. And that's a good question. That's a good question there.
Because a real friend, number one, would have either remained neutral or asked you, how do you feel about the situation, process it with you, and how would you like to handle the situation? You guys would have been a united front. I'm hearing that they triangulated you. Mm-hmm. They pushed you out and got closer to the other person for whatever reason, whether it was personal gain, whether they really were your friend or not. But the bigger picture is, shout out to Maya Angelou, Black History moment. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Talk.
Because that is who they are. That's more about them than it is you. And I hope you recognize and see that spiritual moment, that organization wasn't meant for you to begin with. And look at it now. You've escalated to a whole different organization that seems like it is supporting your viewpoint of systems is what's important versus you over here fighting with this other organization to get on board with your vision. That wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, that word system came up twice. And different. And I was like, oh, there we go. Them systems in place.
That's very important. Exactly.
So, and I'm glad you're here because that was something, and I resonated with the clip because I was like, you're not going to sit right here and get mad at me based off of how I feel about how you reacted to me on how you did me. Like, that's to me, Rob, like, that's very, in my mind, that to me, that's a narcissistic behavior. Like, you're going to do something to me. I respond to how you treated me. And now you mad because I said ouch to you pinching me?
Let them be mad.
No. Well, now I'm okay with it. I'm good. Now I'm okay with it. But it is a topic that I haven't like vocally talked about. Like I've learned how to deal with it internally. So of course, I guess now it's just the eruption of being able to actually vocally. But I've been able to deal with it. Like I'm okay with it now. But it does still bothers me because like in my mind we were cool. How do we get here? And then it's like I tell you how I feel, and then you're gonna be mad at me about how I feel about how you did. I'm sorry.
It's playing the victim, just like the video said, playing the victim.
Which is emotional manipulation because your feelings, I tell every one of my clients, whatever you feel, that feeling is valid. There is nothing wrong with what you feel. If you say I'm angry, I'm disappointed, I'm hurt, I feel betrayed, okay. You are allowed to feel how you feel. That person is allowed. He's allowed to be mad. But are we going to work through this? Or
that was loud.
Sever?
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You did it the right way.
Hey, it was good.
You did it the right way. That was perfect. This is Water2Wine, right? We're supposed to have wine in the background.
It is.
But yes, whatever you feel, you're allowed to feel that, right? But the thing is, which kind of, the overall topic, and I know you wanted to talk, but thinking of manipulation, a person can only manipulate you if you allow them to.
Well, wait. Hold on. So hold the phone, stop the train. What if you don't know that you're being manipulated until it's too late?
Then that's gaslighting, which manipulation and gaslighting fall under the same umbrella. Yes, they do. But it all goes back to internal or external validation. If I'm looking at internal validation, especially in this situation, I don't fully know your situation, but back to this situation, if in that situation you knew you were right, they can get mad, they can kick the door in, they can hang on the ceiling if they wanted to. Bro, I stand firm in what I believe. I wasn't wrong, you were wrong, I'm right. You didn't need his validation. And that's where people actually get to step in and manipulate you if they know you're seeking my validation. Your validation would be, this is my friend, we're starting this business together, you're on my side. He didn't validate that for you. Sever ties.
Get it? Sever.
Drops the mic.
I mean, and that's like literally
They ain't been coming out. God bless. Good night.
It'll take me 2 times to figure it out. It'll take me 2 times. The first time that happened, I literally just said, I'll walk away. I'm not. I'll disappear into this because I don't want to abrupt nothing. With Kyle, I'll go ahead and walk away. So I did that, and of course by doing that, I mean, and I'm not looking for them to reach out to me. I'm looking for them because that's nothing. But the funny part is that I pay attention to is they will reach out to everybody else that's close to me, but will avoid me. Like people
Which
in my
is
house.
more manipulation.
And that's correct. And that's the part where at one point the enemy wanted to rise up and bust a nigga in their head. Because I'm like, you don't even fool me. So sit right there and reach out to people that stay in my house and be like, oh, even on a happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, how you doing? But my birthday passed it up and we're supposed to, and you didn't even say it, but you could do that about some. I'm like, that's where the inner thug in me, the hood side of me, I want to raise up and be like, hey, meet me at the park. Like, we can get down for real. But I'm like, you know what? Nah.
It's going down.
Okay. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And of course, me being someone with my background that learned how to deal with self, trying to get self together. Of course, I was able to blow it out and be okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. But if I could be honest, no, the humanistic side of Kyle, no, I want to get with you. I want to check you right where you did the checking because you got me messed up. And that was the thing that gave me because like, okay, I walked away. Now all of a sudden my people's birthday coming up, and now what? Then I miss you. But we were all cool. But how you miss this person? And I introduced you to this person, and all of a sudden you missed it. So in that, and I wish it was more to the clip that we could have seen what the man was expressing behind that. Because I want to see if he's gonna go in and say what I would say, which is like, nah, I think, like, how you gonna you sitting there doing this? Nigga, I introduced this. So I'm gonna drink.
I know Shawnee wanted to.
Oh, I lost my train of thought. It left, but it'll come back. It left, but yeah.
That's how I feel, and so I agree with him. And I was like, don't get mad at me because I respond to how you treat me.
Let him be mad.
I think is remember the things that you can and cannot control too when it comes to dealing with that, because yes, it will invoke like it's emotions. Like you want to react to it in a certain way, but you can't control how other people react to you. So at the end of the day, you just stand on business. Whatever you want to say. However they take it, that's on them. And that's dependent on the situation. Coming from like, especially when you care about somebody, that's a hard pill to swallow. Especially like for me, when I really care about somebody, I care about their feelings and all the other things. Now, when I don't care, that's a whole nother.
Exactly.
It just comes out like
when
it's
it's
nothing.
somebody like
Manipulation
a stranger,
occurs when it's somebody
when
that
it's
you
somebody
care
that's
about.
close to you,
When you
because
care
they've
about that person.
learned you.
Exactly.
They know exactly how to hurt you.
Yeah.
And it's really all about power and control.
Mm-hmm.
Power and control. If you get mad that he's mad, now he has the power. Let him be mad. As long as he stays in his place and respects you. Be as mad as you want to be. As long as you stay in your place and you respect me. We're fine. We're cool.
I don't feel like them niggas stay respected. It got real in this section, didn't it?
Really real.
I know it did.
Kyle, you got triggered, man.
I did because
He said it. He said
He said it.
I
That
got
triggered
triggered.
me.
I said I've been drinking.
Uh-huh.
I've been drinking.
He was quiet for a second too, so it was. He was processing.
It was marinating and simmering all that time.
Exactly.
And the reason being because like now that type of trigger right there, that was like building like way back that I didn't know when I was gonna be able to release and talk about, because I'll still see the person now on Facebook, because I'll be wondering like I want to give you a piece of my mind, but then the part of me be like, No.
You ain't trying to give him a piece of your look. You ain't trying to give him a piece of your mouth. You trying to put your hands on him.
I mean, I'm
that's
just.
that thug. And
It
gangster.
depends on
Right.
what country you live in. Putting your hands on people could be different meanings. I could either just say, put my hands on you.
We ain't talking about putting the Lord's hands on you. We talking about
I'm
The
putting
Negro
my
hands.
my hands on nigga, like on everything. Like y'all got me.
Let him know he had you messed up.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that word because I almost said the F word. I'm trying to be saved.
FAFO. Ain't that what you said last week?
Perfect
Find
initials.
out.
Okay.
And they find it out right now.
FAFO.
So that's what so I resonated with this clip after you broke it down and answered questions because and that happens in life in general. People will poke at you and then get mad because you respond to the poke. Like I'm not supposed to say ouch. One thing I pay attention
But the
to-
question is, are they mad?
Is who man?
That's
Exactly. Because they're not mad because their goal is met. If I can evoke a negative emotion in you, if that is my intention, I won. Now I can take that negative emotion and use it against you.
I'm glad I'm in therapy. I want you to know.
So-
Now the chance they mad. If I get mad, I'm gonna let you know. If you invoke a negative response to me, I get mad, and you feel like you won, no, that's fine. Win, because I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna drag you from here to Ethiopia. On
Kenya.
still
So-
drag you.
Shelby, let me ask you this question. So what is it called when a person will protect their own essence, their aura, their brand at the degradation of somebody else? And I hate to put you on the spot, but what is it called when they basically they'll drag your name through the mud to protect theirs, right? And it makes them seem like they are the kind one, the level-headed one, the one that's like, it's not me, it's them. What is that called from? Like, and maybe it's not even a word, right? But
Oh, it's definitely a word.
Oh, it's definitely a word.
But what's
Okay,
that
but
word?
Well, what's that word? What's that word?
It's classic manipulation, aka gaslighting,
Okay.
smoking mirrors, and some narcissistic behavior,
Oh,
if I'm being honest, right? Because in order for narcissists to truly shine in front of everyone else, somewhere there has to be someone that they're putting down. That's how they get fuel. That's how they get fuel. It's not that they just, they're this person all on their own. Because if I'm a true narcissist, how do I feel good about myself? Because true narcissists already struggle with negative thought patterns. They already struggle with what we call distorted thinking, right? I'm not good enough. I was never good enough to be on the football team. My dad didn't hug me enough, or my mom didn't cook dinner enough, whatever the case may be. But in order to truly recognize that I am better than everyone else, there has to be an everyone else. And sometimes that's a spouse, that's a sibling, that's a coworker, that's a neighbor, but that's how they get their fuel. So what I'm hearing you say is this person degrades their partner in order for them to feel that they're better than or that they're high and mighty. Of course, it comes to the expense of that other person.
So what about if this behavior was done at childhood, right? So if this person was constantly seen or wanted to be put in the light of being I'm the person that's
Like I'm a good parent.
I won't say the good parent. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in terms of like I'm the good kid, right? That's them that been messing up. But never mind the fact that I was riding along right with them. I was egging them on. Never mind that.
Oh, that's
there's
gaslighting all day. right? Because gaslighting, I don't know if a lot of people really know where gaslighting came from, but it was a movie made like in the 30s or the 20s, right? Where you used to have the old-fashioned gaslight lamps that are the lanterns that were like outside the house. Sometimes the lights now look like, some of them are made of gas, but they mimic gas. But what was happening was, yeah, it was a husband and a wife, and the husband would go to work every day in this old black and white movie, and he would go outside and he would turn the gas lamps off, and the wife is freaking out, like, wait, the gas isn't on. He's like, oh yeah, it's on. See, look, it's on. And she's like, but they were off earlier. If I didn't turn it off, you turn it. No, I didn't turn it off. It's been on all day. What are you seeing? That's where it came from.
I had no idea.
That's where it came from. It's truly connected to actual gas lights. And so that's where the term came from. And people have been doing it forever. And everyone's just called it, classic manipulation. But that's gaslighting, right? It's like putting up the smoking mirrors. It's making the situation appear one way when really they're behind the scenes doing different things, manipulation.
The puppet master.
Exactly. To make it look like something else, to make you question what
your
you
own
see.
sanity.
Exactly.
I'm getting me a therapist tomorrow.
I actually had a therapy session today.
Right.
Shout out to my therapist. I can't say her name, but she's an African American woman, and she is very rooted and very strong in what she does, especially, to work with a therapist. Because of course I have childhood wounds and past trauma and, relationship divorces, so many things in my life. And, she helps me to recognize and not necessarily, I tend to intellectualize emotion. Oh, well, I feel this way because of this, or I feel this way because of that. Once I intellectualize it and I make a check mark, oh, I feel this way because of that, cool, done. And I feel that way because of this, cool, done. And then I put that away, but yet it comes out in other places, right? It oozes out. And so I get triggered when I do feel manipulated, because I feel that I'm more aware and I have discernment. But when I ignore that discernment or don't trust my gut or I do feel gaslit, then that's a problem for me, because I should know better. But that part that you said, we're human, right? And so the biggest thing to take away about the clip and the emotional abuse and the manipulation is intention, right? Because sometimes we can be in a relationship or a situation where we do feel that we're triggered or we do feel that we're being manipulated, but yet that person has true intentions. Their intentions weren't to hurt us. Their intentions weren't to manipulate, and their intentions weren't to gaslight.
Those are one-offs, right? But if you see a consistent pattern, that's a horse of another color.
It is what it is. Exactly.
Yeah, you have to weigh that. Like, is that a one-off, or is that happening all the time? And then you have to sit there and say, yeah, this is manipulation at it is fullest. It's manipulation 101.
Absolutely. And what do we do with that?
What do we do? Because I drag a nigga through the blood.
The old me is right there. This me.
I guess the old you is the new me.
Right? This the 53-year-old version of me. I tend to just.
You ain't gonna find that. We didn't know.
Yes, Lord. Almost 54 next month. Yes, Lord.
53.
I would have never
Thank
guessed.
you.
Definitely, yes.
Thank you.
Black don't crack.
Okay.
Amen. That is true. But this version of me, this more healed version than I was years ago, I tend to avoid, right? I end up having the ostrich syndrome.
What's that?
Where you bury your head in the sand.
Oh, okay.
Because that's safe.
Yeah. It keeps you from to deal with the BS. You just be like, okay.
I'm gonna avoid. I'm gonna bury my head in the sand and go on about life.
It won't happen. It don't happen. Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It's cool. And then they what? The ostriches stick their head back out of the sand. They make sure everything is safe. If it's not safe, they go right back. That is how I have dealt with situations in my life that didn't serve me for years. I'm finally learning how to do this differently. I still tend to avoid. They call me Blockiana because I will block a person because the old me would do what?
Cuss them out.
Drag a bitch.
Let's go.
That's the old me, right? But the older you become, the more mature, and also recognizing what we've been talking about, the manipulation comes with emotional intelligence, right? Knowing that you don't need anyone else to validate your emotions. If you're mad, you're mad.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're sad, you're sad. If you are pissed off, you're pissed off. And that's okay. You are allowed to feel whatever you feel. You don't need anyone else to validate that.
And it's crazy you said that even when you growing up and how you said once you mature from what level you started to get to where you went from dragging to not just blocking. And I know now, I guess that has been confirmation. You said confirmation for me because whereas people have been coming back in that did things to me, and I used to want to back the old me would want to get back at them, have you feel how I feel. I just be like, oh hey, I didn't know, but I'm not gonna give you no energy. I'm not gonna give no energy to the situation.
And instead of energy, think of it as power.
Okay, good. No, I'm not giving
If
no power.
someone knows they have power over you, they won.
Yeah, I'm not giving no power. I'm gonna block you. And the thing is, I'm not gonna let you explain yourself. I'm not gonna let you try to come back and say why you did what you did or why you felt like.
That's you protecting your peace, Kyle.
And I'm glad.
That's you protecting
Right, no,
your
well,
peace.
I feel that both versions of me was protecting my peace. Whether I dragged you or I blocked you, at both circumferences,
True.
my peace was protected.
That was you being
But to
evil.
protect my peace and not go to jail.
That's the
That
more
part.
mature Kyle.
That's the emotionally intelligent.
That's not the Negro Kyle.
That's evolved. Okay, the evolving Kyle.
The older
Now-
gangster.
yeah. Now I get more to where like no, I'm a black. I'm not.
Because that's your power.
Yeah, I'm not gonna entertain this with you, like
Right.
because you knew what you did. Before you even had to come back and do the whole hey big kid whatever you had to do, before I walked away the first time, I already told you why I'm doing that.
Boundary.
So we done. So you coming back and try to play stupid? Well, let me help you with your stupid games.
Which is manipulation,
Yeah.
right? When a person says, "Oh, I didn't know
How you didn't know? I told you.
that
I'm
was a
very
problem
good
for
at-
you."
I would. If you step on my toe right now, I'm not gonna say ouch that. I'm gonna say ouch. You stepped on my right toe. I'm gonna tell you which toe you stepped on. Now, how you handle it after that will determine on how I need to deal with you.
And the boundary would be, you stepped on my right toe. If you
You did-
step on it again, this
Oh,
is gonna
it's
happen.
and the old boundaries, I'm gonna drag you. So the new
That
Cal
part.
boundaries is you do that. No, I'm not gonna give you no time. I'm not gonna give you time to address it because again, going back to the nature of the clip, you're not gonna be mad at me because of how I respond to how you treat me.
Let them be mad.
Oh, in this season, you can.
You can be mad at me, Kyle.
You're not gonna be mad at me
You about to be
because
mad
I
at me.
respond to how you
You gonna
treat
be
me.
mad at me?
Because you drunk all of it.
No. No. We get ready to take him to church. You're
Let's
you're gonna
go.
be mad.
Oh Lord.
And it says in Ephesians 4:24,
Ephesians.
and that ye put on the new man, the new Kyle,
Childish thing.
the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. So you trying to say you put on the new man, the new Kyle?
I did the new car. I did. You know, and you trying to be mad? I'm not. Thank you for giving me scripture. Thank you, sir. Now that's how you speak to me.
Come
That's
on.
how you talk to me. You want to get to me? Give me some scripture. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know that. And what's that again? That's Ephesians.
Ephesians 4:24.
Okay, send that to me. That is great confirmation. And no, because I've been noticing
Send it to
that.
me.
So to see that you actually like you was able to, and because I'm sorry, if you're gonna get to me, you gotta get to me. I'm gonna get to me. So you got to me. You good. You good. So to hear that it even in scripture with what I'm doing as far as being somebody that take action, like no, I'm not gonna give you time to let that seed plant. I'm not gonna give time for those old hidden feelings to come back to be like, oh no, I've dealt with it. We're done with it. Let me go ahead and move forward. Because I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna deal with repeated cycles. And I think a lot of times the reason why we get with manipulations and is because we take ourselves back through repeated cycles. We knew that person wasn't good for us in the first place. We knew that the situation wasn't great for us in the first place. But somewhere down the line, we try to go ahead and do it again, and we end up in repeated cycles. And now what happened is, like you said earlier, that person had got a hold of the routine of us. And they keep doing it because now it's become a routine. If I do this, they're going to do that. It'd be cool. If I do this, they're going to do that. It could be cool. If I do this. So they got to have it to the routine to where now it's like, no, let's break the cycle. Let's break that.
I feel like the repeated cycle comes from the feeling that's invoked, right? Because again, the manipulation comes from somebody that we care about. It's harder to disconnect yourself from somebody that you care about versus somebody that you don't. Somebody that you don't care about that show the same trait of the person that we care about, they cut off immediately. You're not tolerating it. You're not.
You
The
don't even
reaction.
invoke emotions,
Yeah,
right?
there's
I'm not-
nothing.
yeah,
There's
you
nothing
know,
to
I'm
really
not gonna
think about
question
to
like,
it.
Are you sure?
There's a natural thing, a natural reaction of I'm gonna protect my peace and you gonna go. But I think the difficult part of handling the emotion, because we are emotional people, we have feelings towards these things, is the emotion that we have towards that person that is manipulating us, which allows us to keep allowing them to come back, right? You go in this circle over and over again because of the feeling you have for that person. It's not that easy for you to separate the two because of the feeling that you have for them. Eventually you get there. Everybody's situation is different.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But it comes back, it all boils down to the feeling that we have for that person. Because I really feel like, and I'm speaking for myself, like, if I don't care about somebody, like, it's easy to cut them off like it's nothing. You won't even get a chance to think that you're going to do something to me.
Facts.
You get a lot of wiggle room with me for when you're in
Grace
the
period.
circle. Yeah, grace period for people that I care about. Like, I'll try. Okay, this approach didn't work. This approach didn't work. This didn't work. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, and it's great you said because right now I'm in one of the toughest seasons right now. I had to, I had to cut my mom off.
I know that feeling.
That
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That was so tough because the thing was that I felt like
Kind of poor me.
I felt like my mother felt like she was entitled to stuff that at the end of the day I didn't feel like I was entitled to. And because I happen to be, connected to someone that, is a well-off person, you feel like because that's them that you should have it. So now you start, in my mind, I'm just saying with me, because she probably feel that way, which is my perception. You feel like because I got it, I should be paying for your stuff. You should be able to, entitled to do whatever you want to do. Mama, I should be able to bring my dogs and everything to your house, do whatever. After I already said stuff like, no, this is not gonna work. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. And the thing that makes me mad is because after you leave, when I think about it, anybody else that would have came to my house and did that stuff, I would have been checked them at the door. You know what I'm saying? And for you to leave, and on top of you leaving, but then you leave, and then you leave and still have some type of negative connotation of what goes on. Now I feel some kind of way. Because I feel some kind of way because not only did you leave and then you left and did something else, but then when you were here, I still felt like you were disrespecting me while you were here, and I okayed it. And I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? It was hard for me to do it, but I said, nah, this is gonna be a period where I gotta cut ties real quick. And I get mad because a lot of people or people who know that I've done it, call your mama, reach out to your mama, and I tell them I am, but now is not the time right now.
Right.
Now's not the time. Because I understand, yes, she's older. I get it. She's older, all this stuff. My mama not crazy, but I get it. She's older. I said, but the same tip, I need to understand that before you got cool with everybody else, I was your advocate. I was a person that when everybody understands you, you came and I had to come and answer questions that other people wasn't trying to answer. Why Mom, maybe because of this, maybe because of that. And so now it's like the same thing you did with them, and now you're doing it to me. And I'm like, no, okay, look, now, okay, it's going too far now. Before I get to the point to where I don't want anything to do, let me just cut my tie and let me reheal. Let me get myself together because the old Kyle was ready to be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. From decisions you made on up to now that was very selfish to where I am now, and then to feel like because of how I live and how I carry myself, you're entitled to that. That gets me. Because, the person, my own person's mother don't even do that. If the person who got the money mama don't do that, and I don't got the money. I don't even do that.
The
I think-
provider's money.
Yeah, I think one of the things too that isn't discussed too much is grieving a relationship with your parent that's alive, right? Because they always talk about when the person passed away, which again a whole nother thing. Because my grandmother was more of a mother figure to me. So while she wasn't my mother, I felt like I lost my mom. My mom is alive, but I also grieved the relationship of what I, in my mind, the expectations of what a mother-daughter relationship should look like, and that isn't the case. I mean, went to therapy for it, learned how to deal with things, and then how it also impacted my relationships, like outside of my mom, like how it impacted my romantic friendships, like all other different portions of my life. Therapy helped explore those things, and then how to navigate it, because it was really tough, especially coming with like the person that brought you into this world. I'm speaking more of just from the parental, when you think about mother, father, however, whichever one you want to use. These are the people that brought you into this world, and they're supposed to set the standard on certain things, love you, care for you, take care of you a certain way. And that baseline wasn't met to those things. And then you got to learn how to navigate all of these different relationships in the world and how you're impacted by it. And then it's a lot to handle, but therapy is one of the things that was like really helpful in unpacking those different things and how it shows up in my other relationships.
So it was a lot of things that was said. So Kyle, one thing that I do want to say, and well, one, before I even say this, yeah, that the wine is starting to.
It's whining.
Yeah,
Right.
The wine is
It's
whining.
I'm
sure.
sitting here reading this, and I'm like, hey, whoa, hit a little woozy. But Kyle, I want to put this, take it back to church again.
Oh, let's go.
Take it back to church.
Talk to me, Reverend.
2 Ephesians 6:14. So as y'all talking about this, you know, all these different scriptures are coming to my mind.
Oh, nice.
Right. So 6:14, and I don't want you to take this literally. I want you to take this figuratively for you. Okay. It says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common?" So I want you to unpack that. What does righteousness and wickedness have in common? They don't have nothing in common. Or what fellowship have light with darkness? So for you, Carl, sometimes you may have to take a really hard look and determining, are you really equally yoked with the persons that you are associated with? And I know that Yeshua is really talking about from the believer and from the believer end of things, but this is translated, right? You hear what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I hear it 100%.
So I think a lot of us, we enter into these relationships both romantically and platonically, and we are not equally yoked. And not everybody that claims to be a believer, and I'm not trying to go left in this, but not everybody that claims to be a believer of Yah is a true believer of Yah.
I agree. Or they may have their own version
Yeah.
of them being a believer.
So for you, Kyle, I'm not trying to preach to you. This is kind of what's been put on my spirit. But just be cognizant of the folks that are in your circle, and be cognizant of the folks that you may or may not be equally yoked with.
No, I think you said with the scripture, obviously, I understand, and how you gave it is exactly how I feel that, you know, right now, because the physical Kyle feels some kind of way, but the spirit man on the inside, because again, you're speaking spiritual with it, especially when you're dealing with the word. So the spirit man on the inside understood the nature of what you were distributing, even with me saying what I said. And pretty much the thing I got out of what you said is like, examine relationships, examine friendships, examine things I've gone through, and really put yourself in the mind like, can evil and good dwell together?
Okay.
And when you understand that evil and good has no dwelling together, when you make a decision to benefit you because of where you're going, I shouldn't take no type of feeling by me protecting the good that God has called me to be. So I recently, even in the situation I said with what's going on, the good side behind this is like, you know, I still love my mom. Everything is, she's still mom. I don't have no ill will. I'm not wishing nothing to it. But in the message that you've given me in here is that I understand the same tip. I need to evaluate the situation and understand. And once my physical man can cultivate and capture or catch up to where my spiritual man is to hear that particular portion of it, it'll help me navigate and understand this physical realm of what I'm dealing with.
We just told you that you putting on a new man.
Oh, I know that. I already know because I'm
And for you, Shiny, like I said, I'm not trying to preach y'all. Just
Come on,
I'm listening.
Not trying to preach, but
Hallelujah.
he done quoted 2 scriptures so far tonight. I think he working on the 3rd one. But go ahead.
Y'all keep talking, I'll come up with a 3rd.
And I'm about to close y'all. I'm messed up.
No, but I think for you, Shani, and this is in no scripture, but this is just something that I can relate to you on. And I think a lot of us out there, that's watching can relate too. Parents, it don't matter if you 65 years old, 55 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old. It don't matter. If your parent is still alive, they still gonna look at you as that little kid. And even though you may or may not have the parental figures that you speak of, that you're really wanting, and just in general, and kind of the same thing with Kyle, right? You have to learn to, 1, protect your peace, and 2, realize that I'm a grown-ass man, I'm a grown-ass woman. I done made it 35, 45, 55, 65 years on this earth. I appreciate everything that you have done for me. However, I'm the captain of this ship. I'm the pilot in command of this plane. And you are not going to dictate your will over me because, yes, you are my mother, you are my father. However, I'm my own man, or I'm my own woman. And I have to do what's right for me because you have lived your life.
Hello.
And I'm doing all that I can to be the best person that I can be for, 1, my community, my children, and my family.
I think with that note that you have, that is a great place to go ahead and do our final thought. It got real deep today. Every time
It
you
did.
come into,
And the wine
the
helped.
building,
Yes,
can I
yes.
get some more of these? Every time you come to the building, baby, I always get deep, and it's always be me on the table.
And that's
I'm a-
healthy. It's healthy to go deep, right? I feel like we all have tonight just really disclosed a lot of, our deep wounds. And I'm grateful for the scripture because I am very spiritual. And honestly, my prayer is that we all find our healing, like whether that's in scripture, whether it's in our spirituality, or whether it's even talking to the person that has provided those wounds, right? Like our parents. I know, Shawnee talked about her mom. I still to this day struggle with my wounds with my father, who is, definitely still on this earth, but we don't have beef or anything, but just the relationship is not what I needed. Yes, it's not what I need it to be. And it's okay for me to say that. So yeah, this has been great.
It's been great for me. And I just want to say thank you.
My
It seems like
pleasure.
every time you come,
You coming back next quarter, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime you need me, I am
we gonna,
here.
After being
I think
minimum,
our
we need this
our
once a
next
quarter.
segment, when we do the
Yes.
sit on the couch, I think we got to like really clear the couch off. I think I want to sit on the couch
Let's
with my back
do
to
it.
Kleenex.
Let's
and just,
do it.
And this is what happened to me. I didn't even. No.
I might be
But
crying with you.
I do
Let's
think we
do
need
it.
to sit on the couch for
That
the
was
next
a
segment.
real
We need
good
to-
one.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful couch.
Before we go ahead and shut down, of course, we want to do our final thoughts real quick. Shani, what's some of your final thoughts?
Oh,
before
it
we
was
go?
just so much. Like, it was just, I don't know, so much to unpack, so much great information that was shared, down to even learning about where gaslighting came from. I had no idea where that came from. It was very just like an eye-opening thing to learn about that. I feel like I need to go watch that movie that you were talking about. It's a movie, right? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that offline, but I would love to just like check that out and understand, because again, it's just like a never-ending journey of learning how to the emotional intelligence piece and how it comes to with dealing with people, because we're complicated people. Nobody's perfect. But again, anchoring back to understanding what's in your control and what's not in your control. And sometimes there's some things that I definitely want to control that I know that's not in my control on some people, and I'll be ready to. That's a whole nother category. I'm not going to go there, but this is a great discussion, and I really enjoyed this, hearing everybody's perspective just about when it comes to like manipulation, gaslighting, and overall just navigating different relationships in a life. My last thing that I would share too is that I'm super excited for us to be going to Kenya in March. So make sure, y'all tune into that episode. I mean, the next one too is a really good one. We got a special guest coming on, but in March we will be going live from Kenya because we'll be in Nairobi. So the winery is there. So make sure y'all come and check us out.
And wine bar.
So
Yes.
yes. So am I gonna be stitched in to the live recording?
Yes, you're gonna be stitched in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just honestly, I'm really excited. So make sure y'all continue to follow us on this podcast.
Kyle.
You want my final thoughts?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my final thoughts. Let's see. My final thoughts is I'm going to therapy. I'm gonna find me a therapist. I realize that doing these sit on my couch segments ain't enough. But one of my final thoughts that I'm gonna say in all sincerity is give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. We have a lot going on in our world right now, and you have more people being tough on you. You don't have to be tough on yourself. One thing that stuck out to me that I heard someone talk about is when we get to New Year's, we talk about goals and aspirations and things of that sort. And a person that talked about, he told me, he said, who told you had to meet those goals by that deadline? Here you are mad about goals that you set for yourself that nobody never said you had to intentionally meet them at that deadline. You get what I'm saying? And so it was like, he said, forcefully, we make ourselves mad every year by setting stuff up, and when it's not met, we get mad. But where are you called to? What have you accomplished between now and there? Celebrate the small victories.
Yes.
Celebrate the victories that get you to where you are right now. You may not have got the house. You may not have got the car. You may not have even started in a gym to go wholeheartedly. But the fact that you got a membership, the fact that you may go once a week, the fact that you that's a start.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace, y'all. We are in a time right now where the world is crazy and nobody's giving grace to anybody. But if you give yourself grace, I promise you everything else will fall into line. Why? Because at the end of the day, you matter.
And I think that goes back to this popcorn mentality that we have too. Like instant gratification, it gotta be done like overnight.
Ooh,
like
that's a whole nother session.
That is a whole nother session.
Yes.
But it takes time to get to where you need to be. Like it is not an overnight thing. And I feel like with social media, the things that we have access to that's thrown in our face, constantly being pushed down our throats, people think it's supposed to just happen overnight, or at least what you see glorified on there. But there's a whole thing.
People think that
beyond
going
there.
viral is the norm, and that is truly the exception,
Exactly.
right? So, yeah.
Yep.
Shelby, tell us where we can find you and your final thoughts.
You can find me at I will have them drop the link to
We're gonna drop the link right there.
yeah, right there.
Right there.
But my final thoughts, I just really want to leave everyone with something that Kyle had mentioned earlier, kind of like about boundaries, even with family members. I tend to look at boundaries more in the physical sense, right? And I use body. So I tend to tell everyone, if you have a friend an associate, right? We tend to keep them at fingertips length, right? You leave them there, right? If a person shows you who they are, they're not very consistent, they don't have your best interests at heart, and they tend to be more manipulative, leave them at the fingertips, right? And allow them, and this is for personal, like platonic and or romantic relationships, even family relationships, allow them to earn, right, their way to the elbow, right, which is disjointed, right? Allow them to earn their way to the elbow. And if they mess up, then they can go back to fingertips, right? Because you keep them at fingertips length, and that's okay. But the ultimate relationship, the ones that are closest to the heart, like Shawnee mentioned, the ones that we really care about, we're compassionate about, we care about, and that can really hurt us, are the ones that are our shoulder people, which of course is always family, close friends, maybe coworkers, etc. But when they get here, they're so close to the heart, and those are the ones that can really affect us. But always remember, you have the power to place them where you need to place them. And once they show you their position in your life, put them there and let them earn their position close to your heart.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Ooh, that was a good. I like that one. I never heard that one too.
So
y'all need to book a session.
yes.
So two things, and I'll close this out.
Well, before you
So-
close, I'm gonna ask a question. Do we tell them they gotta earn, or do we just let them move?
We let them work. Because if you tell them, you're giving them the blueprint, right? And if they're classic manipulators, they're going to do everything they need to do to be close to your heart.
Look, I got a situation right now where, like, I was like, okay, this person kept saying, "Oh, let's meet up, let's hang out." They reneged 4 times.
I ain't talking about me.
No, not you.
Oh.
Well, but
I'm
there was
joking.
but
wait a
if the
minute.
shoes
I haven't reneged.
No,
Every time we
but,
say we gonna hang out,
I had someone hang out 4 times, and they reneged on me. And where I am right now, I'm like, they're at Bay now. They're here. Like they're here. And so for me, I'm like, no, like, I want to hang out with y'all. I'm like, okay, I hear you. But you got to catch me in the streets to hang out with me. It's not no more me trying to make time to hang out with you.
But Kyle,
So-
I'm gonna say that's your fault because to be honest, you shouldn't have gave him 4 times.
Well, no, I know that. I agree.
And people make time
and
for
I give
what
you
they
that.
want
Right.
to do.
And I said that.
That
The
part.
thing that I'm saying to her is when she was talking about the different, because right now this person's trying everything to be back in my presence. Like, I was a joke. Come on, let's meet out right now. And I'm like, because the last time you did that, I gave you the thing, and when I'm outside. I'm saying, hey, where you at? Phones I picked up, none of that stuff. I said, this is 4 times. And I am a person where I don't like wasting time because I can't get that shit. I can't get that back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, to be honest, and to me, and I ain't told this person that, I said, to be honest with you, the fact that you're still texting me is enough for you that you should feel like, okay, at least he's giving me some type of, to try to get, because to be honest, I wanted to cut you completely off. Where now you trying to hang out, I'm like, nah, I'm good. If you can't catch me here, then we're not hanging out. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what, so here you say, you know, when people, and then we do it, put them back here. So now I'm like, cool. So what I'm doing for me is a good thing because now you right here, baby.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna close you out because
You're still right here.
because you hitting on a thing, right? So
You get triggered?
no.
Oh, okay.
It's going down.
It's the wine. It's the wine.
I'm not getting triggered, but you know this is confirmation. So 2 things I want to leave on us. So. No, as we do these future podcasts, I kind of want to be the last person to go because I want to leave y'all with something very deep and meaningful, right, for the next week.
Let's go.
At least while he's here. Y'all know he's going to Nairobi.
Why are you
Wait,
getting
permanently?
ready to
I just
trigger
wanna-
Kyle?
I just wanna
you
stir the
triggering
pot.
Kyle. Look,
Permanently?
He already
Yeah.
mad. He
Permanently?
already mad.
He right here.
Wait.
He about to get.
Permanent?
Chris is almost at the elbow again.
Wait, you're permanently going to Nairobi on us?
So mostly. So I'm going to be standing up the Water2Wine Team Kenya podcast team. So we're going to have the Team USA and Team Kenya, Team USA. So we'll be providing y'all content on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So
On
I
our
have,
off weeks.
as founder and CEO, that falls on me, right? So if the business needs blood, I'm the one that's going to give the blood.
Okay.
Shout out to the team that also contributes that too.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Y'all know who y'all are. I don't
Yeah.
want
He
to
is
play out
such,
there to it.
you know, he got a vision that's meant to be implemented and everything, but there's the team that supports that vision too.
The work behind it all.
Shout out to you, Special K. Special K. Shout out to
Who's
you.
Special K?
Well, we'll talk about who Special K is afterwards, but we know who
Only
Special
person
K is.
that I like right now that's doing the dang thing is King.
Dog.
He's Special K.
He's Special K, dog.
Oh, that's
Damn.
That's Special K. See, Keegan, you're left.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, Special K. That's my guy right there, because them clips he been editing. I like you, bro. You got my good side. Keep up the good work.
So, 2 things I want to leave y'all with on tonight. And once again, not necessarily trying to go to church on y'all.
Amen.
Let's
Go to
go.
church.
Let's
But
go.
Take
I
us
want
to
you.
church.
I want you. So 2 things. So, and I'm going to say this probably in a lot of different. I'm going to use my platform to call out this.
Yes, let's go.
So, y'all notice I don't say Jesus in any of my podcasts.
Yeshua.
Yeshua, because 1, the image of Jesus is what? Blind, blue-eyed.
The white man.
He's a white man.
Yeah.
If y'all do y'all research, y'all will realize that the portrayal of Jesus or the Savior, I would say the Savior, is not what the Bible tells us.
Which is gaslighting.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Full
2,
circle.
2, I'm going to use this platform to do this. 2,
Y'all speaking to you.
we all believe that the English language came after Yeshua, right? The last letter in the alphabet is the letter J. So if the last letter in the alphabet is J,
No, I had to burn.
Okay.
Sorry.
if the last letter in the alphabet is J, and we all agree that the Savior was before the English language, right? How can his name possibly begin with Jesus? And if you go back to the original King James Version, you know how many times Jesus' name was mentioned in there? 0. But
I just thank God for the man that went to Calvary.
There you go.
Amen. Whatever his
So,
name is.
like I
Y'all
said,
call him
we'll talk
Jesus.
more about it. But
Y'all
no,
call me Yeshua.
we call him Yeshua, and I call him for sure
the
because
Savior.
just like we say in the
But
black
some of
church,
them call him the Prince of
just like we
Peace,
say in the black church.
the Rose of Sharon.
So hold on,
the
Kyle.
wheel in the middle of a wheel.
Mhm.
The Alpha
And the whim.
Omega.
But just like we say in the black church, there's power in the name.
In the name.
So let's start calling our Savior by his proper name. And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the first until I started becoming more enlightened. I was one of the ones that did call him Jesus, but when I started like, I've been calling him by the wrong name this whole time.
Because you've done your research.
Yep.
You're reading.
Yep.
Which, another Black History moment, shout out to Malcolm X, who's no longer here. What did he tell us? Or what did he tell the white people? If they want to trick us, they want to hide anything from us,
Put it in a book.
put it in a book.
Yep.
Because we're not going to read, we're not going to research, we're not going to find things out for ourselves. We're just going to go with status quo.
Yep.
And shout out to you for not going with status quo,
Yep.
not going with what you've been shown.
How we've been conditioned for
Exactly.
as I like to say, our conditioning has been conditioned.
Which again
Right.
is gaslighting,
Yep.
right? Conditioning is a part of gaslighting. We've been gaslit to believe that he's blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and according to the book, the scripture, he is the complete opposite of that.
Yep.
Which shout out to melanin,
Yep.
right? Love our melanin skin. I believe there's power in melanin.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So I'll say this, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. So kind of 2 things, right? So we kind of talked
That was
about.
one, so it's 3 things.
Okay,
That was one.
my bad.
We're
So,
going to church.
Yes.
So
It's power.
few things as I do this final thought. So y'all
Yeah,
stupid.
sure was.
Y'all stupid. But no, but hear me out though, y'all.
Listen to you.
If they betrayed Yeshua, and this was a man that had no faults,
Clock it.
what do you think they'll do to you?
Oh, man, yeah.
We're
I know
betrayed
that's
every
a
day.
rhetorical question. I meant to be answered,
I
right?
know.
So it's a rhetorical question for y'all out there. If they betrayed the Savior, who had 0 faults, What do you think they're going to do to you?
21-day fast, and I'm trying not to have no church in here because
I'm for the church. The church is in the people. Let's go.
We
Let's
got an
go.
hour and 41 minutes. We've been going.
Let's go. Because there is power.
Keegan, I'm keeping track.
Because I've been fasting for 21 days, and I believe
Come
God.
on.
Hello,
Yes.
somebody.
This is meant to be cut.
The things that you done said today
We're
with the
tipsy
scriptures,
now.
I don't know if it was because God literally said, hey, I need to talk to Kyle today. Because I tell people straight up, be honest with you, the reason why I don't go, because the therapist, I need a therapist going to be able to talk to me. And the only way you can talk to me to get me, to humble me, to shut me up, to get me to be whatever, you have to give me scripture. You can't come to me with I'm being transparent.
And here's the deal. They meet you where you are.
Yeah. So the fact that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not playing when I say, bro, you trying to have church tonight. Because every scripture you said to me, like, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't I'll be honest with you, it wasn't a scripture of popularity for me to be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. No, it was more of a conviction type, check yourself, self-reflection. So that's what I'm saying. When I say you, like, all the stuff you talking, I'm not playing when I say, bro, you trying to have church. Because if you want to get my attention and you want to draw me close to who you are, give me scripture.
I must say, this is my plug, and I don't know if this is a conflict of interest, so she's not saying anything. This is me. It sounds like you need to book a session with Shelby, along with everybody else that's listening in too. You got to check her out. Because we definitely had the conversation flowing tonight. And it seems like it's getting through.
Everybody on this podcast, you gonna see it. Shelby, we all gonna be on your couch at one time.
Come on, let's go.
It's gonna be me, Chris, Shadi. We all gonna be on top of. Okay, you done? Okay, my turn.
Special shout out to Rel. I know she she wasn't able to make it, and she keeps saying that she want to make the sessions because she missed the previous one with you too. So she really wanted to join us here tonight.
Water2Wine Kenya. Okay. Yeah.
So when I get back, when we get back in March, so maybe April time frame.
Oh,
we'll try to get you back on.
Yes,
I'm here.
definitely April.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love this.
I'm gonna connect with you to just put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So last thing, y'all, and this is the ultimate mic drop.
Pre-orders.
Oh yeah, pre-orders. Pre-orders on the website. Pre-orders on the website.
It's no more. Sorry.
So watch this, y'all. And watch the look. Y'all done drunk up
We finished the
all
bottles.
the damn wine. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This one is real good.
10 out of 10. It's gonna
10
appear
out of
on the
10
list.
Recommend.
Definitely 10
watch,
out of 10.
watch this, y'all. So I kind of need y'all to wind it down for me.
Okay.
I want to leave this with y'all, and I want to leave it to the people out there in YouTube and TV land. My quote. So, like I said, I want to end every podcast on a quote, something positive. Stop being emotional available to people who put you last.
Say that one more time for the people in the back. No, Chris, say it one more time.
One more time.
One more time.
Stop being emotionally available to people who have put you last. And essentially, that's what this whole podcast was revolving around
Emotional intelligence.
on tonight. I'm Chris Rhodes, founder and CEO of Water2Wine Kenya. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night.